My friend Jane and I have got about 70 dolls' houses between us, and I'm trying to retire to a much smaller flat now. So we wondered what we could do about it. And we wrote a crafty letter to Newby saying we think they could do with a good wet weather attraction. And Mr. Compton came to see us and agreed with that. So this is how come all the dolls' houses have come to Newby. And we're very happy that we'll be able to visit our babies because Jane has a cottage in Dishforth and we can come up and give them a dusting or pat them every now and again. We've been working very hard for the last couple of days to unpack all the dolls' houses after their move because they're extremely delicate and it's very difficult to keep them vertical to carry. So we have a lot to put straight and put right. But they're in reasonably good nick. We just had 1 or 2 casualties.
Yes, I have had this house for a long time, but having seen the lovely tapestry room in Newby, I thought that's really what I want to do with it. And so, having acquired some fairly high-resolution photographs, they were photoshopped and then printed onto silk, which was also mounted on paper. So I was able to stick them to the walls and surround them with brass mouldings to simulate the Chippendale ones that are in the real thing. It's not an exact reproduction, but I hope it creates something of the feel of the place because it is a magical room.
Here is the most lovely version of Steptoe himself. He's a real portrait doll. And his son Harold is sitting at the back there. And then this house has got a lot of different people. And we've got our Sharon in a shell suit here, shouting down at our Kev down here. And he's got tattoos. And this is Mrs. Middle-Class Do-Gooder. She's selling the poppies, and her friend from the Salvation Army. And we've got a punk making a mock of them, and a lady of dubious virtue under the lamppost.
Jane and Caroline contacted us, probably about 2.5 or even 3 years ago. When you initially hear the word, we've got a doll's house collection, it sort of, does it fill me with total enthusiasm? It probably didn't originally. And I went down to go and see the collection, their private collection, down in London in their residential houses, and was absolutely blown away by it. I thought we need to try and work to get this here at Newby. And through a fairly long process and involving actually some funding from the Heritage Lottery Fund, we have managed to acquire the exhibition now. They've gifted it to Newby. And it's going to be here in perpetuity. The quality of the exhibition is such that it sort of reflects everything else that we do here at Newby. You know, there's wonderful gardens, a fantastic children's play area, a great miniature railway, and now a fantastic collection of around 70 huge dolls' houses. And they're really good because they're not too stuffy. They're not seen one, seen them all. They're all different. Some of them very erudite, if that's the right word. So they're in depth, looking at Georgian furniture, Georgian architecture, and Georgian design, right the way through to a representation of Steptoe and Son's yard and the Millennium Dome with the yuppie man with his can of beer and his pizza box. So they're great fun, great depth. Critically, they give the visitors to Newby something else to see, particularly in wet weather. We are known for being the wonderful gardens, etc. And because of that, we're very weather dependent. We are basically an outdoor attraction. This gives us an extra layer of offer, if you like, for the visitors. It's no additional charge to go and see it. So the gardens only admission, which most of our visitors do, we'll be able to go and see the exhibition sometime towards the end of June. So keep an eye on the website for opening dates. This was the only opportunity we had to get the 2 ladies together, really, before they disappeared off for the summer. So they've been here setting the houses up. We now know exactly where they're going, and we're going to build the cabinets around them. So that's really looking forward to it.